to that. Well, that's to work as well. I've put the microphone on it this time to see if hopefully you can hear me. Hello, Craig. Hello, Faxi. Hello, Dion. Hello, Dave Lloyd. The trouble is we've got the curse of the kitchen light. Hello, Mike. How you doing? Nice to see you. Just popped in from work and I thought I'd strike a live up in my own kitchen. I just need a sun hat to get me away from that, to be honest. I'm not sure how delayed I am with this chat. I'm not going to drink whiskey tonight and stay on for 2 hours because I think Green's on at 12:30. So I don't want to steal all his thunder. You do get quite a few people watching at this ungodly hour. Well, especially on a Saturday night when everybody's just come back from the pub. There you are. So we're on the original setup tonight. We've got the tunnel microphone, the Logitech, I can't remember which one it is, the original Logitech that I got. But I've moved around the other side of the table because the Wi-Fi is better here for some strange reason. If I get too near that wall, near the fridge, it seems to upset the Wi-Fi because I put a mesh thing on it ages ago, which means that it's upstairs. So the actual signal's upstairs. So for some reason, if you get near that wall, I've got a fridge freezer just there. It seems to upset it. Well, he was about to go to bed. Well, that's fair dues. Let's have a small buffet to get rid of the monetization. That's one thing that it doesn't do, isn't it, really? It doesn't do that pop. See if it'll go. No, I'm only stalling because I can't remember the name of the mod. This is that 101 on Fagan's. The Voopoo. Oh, God, it's gone out of my head now. No, Vape Armour. That's it. I've remembered. What do you think to my little warning? Nicotine is an addictive substance, bro. Is Craig there? Oh, there he is. Hello, mate. You all right? Obviously come from the... Did they come from the top? No, you were there first. I missed you again. There you are again. Well, I just thought I'd do a thing. I did it on... did a Saturday night. Came in from work. One of them. Sue was at Lou's. Decided to have a couple of whiskies and ended up staying on forever. This is the original reason I wanted the laptop. I've got a radiator down here. Our house doesn't have any heating upstairs. And it takes a long while to warm it up, that little heater, when you're just going for work. So I thought I'd get a laptop and come down here, and then I didn't realise. Well, I knew I'd already got one, but I didn't realise it worked better than the new one. So that's where we're at. We can... it's quite interesting, really. But obviously we can do what the cool kids do and show what you've put. Armour Max. Hello, Vic. How you doing? I don't know why that pops up like that, but I thought about having a guest on yet. Solo one, please. He's retired, isn't he? He's just doing reviews. When we go out on a Monday night, everybody's got to be up for work, haven't they? Unless they're in a different country. So it's not always as easy, apart from Victor, because obviously he's a vaping god. So we don't get many guests on. Anyway, in that, I've got used to that stream cam. White chocolate banana. Bought a new mod today, the Geek Vape L200. Hello, Simon. How you doing? It is morning as well, yeah. So I'm not going to be here for long. I'm not going to do an hour and a half like I did the other day. At 3 o'clock in the morning. I was chatting to him on WhatsApp today, and I was saying about going on other shows. He said he would be, and I said I'll have a word. And he was interested. All right. Yeah, well, let's get him on. We'll get him on. So it's coming through all right, is it? The audio's all right because I'm just on this little. This was the original microphone. This is one I lent to Vinny, but his laptop's packed up. So I went to get the camera back, and he said, "Oh, you might as well take the mic because the laptop's packed up." So I thought I'd bring it as well. But my idea, what I was going to do was I was going to plug that Rode NT1A in the old laptop and see how that went. It used to work on that other one, so I thought it'd probably work on it. So live from the kitchen. What are you doing up at this time then, Vic? Have you already got up, or are you still up and you ain't got to be up tomorrow? Because normally you have to be up at 2 o'clock, don't you? Got old English tea tonight. I just actually finished work about 20 minutes ago, so I thought I'd just pop it on. Mick, you should have a thing over here called sleep. You should try it sometime. I have my sleep when everybody else. I won't get up well about 10:30 tomorrow. I don't start work well 2 in the afternoon, so tomorrow night it'll be late when I finish. So I'll just sort of adopt that lifestyle. I'm a bit of a up all night. I won't say bed all day, but I usually sleep for about 6 hours a day. Had a bit of a sad one today. I had to go sort of lose Will out. The things you've got to do. Shite, isn't it? So we went down the solicitors and did that. Sleep, what's that? Too many games to play. I just woke up. Yeah, I got up about, I think it must have been nearly 5 o'clock this morning when I went to bed. And then I was up about, I had to get up at 11. I had to be down at the solicitors for 12:30. You need a snap in an afternoon. I do when I'm on holiday, but obviously it doesn't really work out very well when you're driving. One thing I did notice with this StreamYard, it seems to take an age and a half to upload up to YouTube. It was a good 13 hours, I think, on Saturday before it actually uploaded it to YouTube. Anyway, thanks for coming in, 10 people. And if you're a member, we love you. I'm thinking of doing an OnlyFans, but I can't imagine I'll get many on. What do you think? I think Vic will be all right. The only thing is, the camera's up there. The tripod's about this tall. I'm sure you can see that. It's tall. It's about the time. It must be a metre tall. And the screen's down here, so I need to put it on that thing. So the screen's up in the air just underneath the camera. Why have we changed to StreamYards? Because this computer won't work OBS. It's an Apple computer. So I'm just using the free version of StreamYards because you get 20 hours a month. But I use the other one, OBS, on the computer upstairs. I tried to buy a Windows computer last week. I bought 2. And they were both absolutely terrible. The second one was 400 quid and it wouldn't run OBS. It just wasn't powerful enough. So I took it back and just started using this Apple one again. For what I want to do down here, it'll be plenty. But it might be an option, to be honest. But I think the 1080p version is quite expensive a month, isn't it? Seems 15 quid, I think. And if you've got a computer that'll run OBS, that's all you need to pay. And then you've got the Zoom room if you want to use it for, you can get 30 people in it if you want to. Whereas this is a bit limited. But obviously this does more. You can put your intros into it and that if you get the paid for version. And then you can do all this banner stuff. But it's about 30 quid if you get it for 1080p. Hello, Red. How you doing? Nice to see you. I did see you there, didn't I? I've seen the Vape Panda. I've seen the original Panda, which was like a little pod thing. It was hopeless. That went in the bin. 20 quid a month, but that's not for the 1080p version, is it? I stream at 1080p, 60 frames per second on that one upstairs because I've got a massive graphics card in it. And that's why it looks real clear. This looks really clear there in here, isn't it? I mean, that's just with that. I've had that bloody camera for years. It's been, I think we're coming up early February. We're coming up to 4 years. Oh, it's a dual battery. Oh no, it's in that. I saw there was a plastic pod system that was out about 3 or 4 years ago. They called a Panda, and it was absolutely hopeless. The thing is with this, you can see when people are dropping in and out, so it makes you all paranoid that you're boring. Whereas when you're on stream now, on OBS, you can sit there and talk to yourself all night, and you just think the chat slowed down. £20 to £25 for 720p. Yeah, so it's only 15 for Zoom, and you can do a lot with it. If you only had an Apple computer, then it's just worth doing it through StreamYards. But you can do so much with Zoom. You can have 25 people in a room and then just put it onto OBS, and it'll come out onto YouTube. So eating Christmas biscuits. Now ours are all gone. I had a curry last night. One of the Morrison's ones that you put in the oven. So I went and bought some poppadoms. I'm munching away at these poppadoms. I said to my missus, they seem a bit stale. And when we look, I bought them yesterday afternoon, and they'd gone out of date in November. So just watch out if you pick some up. I didn't have my glasses on, so I wanted to notice. I could have got some fresh ones for the same price. Christmas biscuits. I've still got some. I've still got some of the whiskey left. I've got the Christmas chocolates. They're still there. Makes me look a bit. I need a cowboy hat. It's just how they put the lights up the top of the table when we did the kitchen. They put a false roof in and then put these LEDs out. I think I'd get away with it if I sat there, because there isn't one just there. So that might be next times. I should just do it. But I got away with it the other day because I used the webcam on the computer and then just pulled it away from the light a bit. But I've got a laptop stand that makes your laptop stand up like that. They're brilliant things if you're using a laptop. They're a lot easier to use when they're up in the air. So we did that anyway. We did that horrible job, and then we went out for a bit of lunch, and then I went to work. Is that a TV behind the sink? No, that's actually a blind. It's a black Venetian blind. It'd be nice when you put a plasma. That's the window. Put a plasma behind the sink. Oh dear. Hello, Mr. Intensity. All right. Nice to see you. It doesn't show. It doesn't show who's got spanners up on it, but it shows if you're a member, so you can get more attention. Anyway, Mr. Intense can have some attention because he thrives on it. Oh, have we done it yet? I don't do salts, mate, to be honest. I'm more into the old. I usually make my own mouth to lung stuff, 12 milligram freebase. I much prefer that, if I'm honest. I can't really get on with salts. Mike offered me the full range of serendipity salts at the thing, and I turned it down because I wouldn't use them. Attention junkie. We used to call them attention whores. And if you could suffer from AWDD, which is attention whore deficit disorder. And that's when you start playing up if you don't get enough attention. They also call it narcissism. Yeah, well, I just don't do it. I went on to Dispergo and bought one of their. I don't know if you ever watch anything that I do, Sam. But I bought one of their mystery boxes, and I can encourage you to go over and buy that. £19.95, and you get 400 mils and the nicotine to go in it. So basically, you get 480 mils for £20 plus about, I think it's either £2.99 or £3.99 shipping. And you can either choose fruits or desserts. And the ones I got, the desserts, were good quality ones. They were lovely. All massive in date. I did have I sort of had a look to see if they'd got the stuff what was near out of date, but the first one I picked up, it runs out in December this year. So they're not even that. It's just a good deal. It's a way of saving money. The only thing is the discount code doesn't work on that. Well, you can't really expect it to. You can't make it any less than £5 a bottle, can you, really? And one of them's a Danish cinnamon one, so I'm looking forward to that. There was a big bottle of Zeus juice in there. It seems like Bogan's coming out with something new. I don't know what that is. I do like Bogan. I think he's a cracking reviewer. And I watch every one of his reviews, apart from anything to do with Borotangs, because it just makes me want to go to sleep. Borotangs. But his reviews are brilliant. I like his build streams as well. We use the same music software as well. Because I recognise some of the songs, but some of his music isn't really to my taste. I love my Zeus Timbleberry Ice. This is a strawberry cream, I think it is. It's a really interesting bottle and all. It's got the label's smart. So I'm going to get that. Well, I don't remember ever trying a Zeus juice before, I'll be honest. Yeah, he's fun. I met him at Expo. I signed the box on that because I bought that mod from Russia. I called it a volcano mod. It's Vulcan mod. I got the Lascar V2 and it's got his Rangdar on it. It's smart. It's a hell of a mod and all. It's not very big. It's 21,700 in it, but it kicks like a mule. Vermilion, I ain't tried it. So it was just a random thing and it came. It's Grim Green Live. I don't think you'll notice the 10 people there in here. He'll have about 300 sending him stuff, so we'll just stop on for a bit longer anyway. I quite like it sitting here just chatting away. Oh, it's cherry. Yeah. It's not my first choice cherry, really, to be honest, but it's weird because, I've not really been a massive dessert vapor. It's always been fruits, and then I just started fancying desserts for some reason, just to change. So I made this one, this white chocolate banana. I also made a strawberry custard. Something else. I can't think what that was. And I'm really getting on well with it. I've made it again. You don't watch the Yanks. I like them. I like Grim Green. He's a proper... he's proper organised, a bit different to what we do. He's got it all organised on tabs and stuff like that. So he's a proper presentation. It's a good show. But I like Fagan as well. Actually, I've got a spanner in Fagan's. That was Craig D that got me that. And it's weird because even after 4 years of doing it myself, I was quite excited when I got that. The first vape show I ever watched was their the Vape team. So it was nice. I was real chuffed when I got that. And then when I won that mod and he sent it over, that was quite cool. Even though he sent it over in some really expensive boxes, but he kept the I can't think what it was. One of the boxes, really expensive RDA. The world needs more Canadians. It probably does. Can't argue with you. Cloud chocolate, as long as you aren't on the zebra shoe. I wouldn't even use that as a cleaning product. I've never tried that. Didn't somebody, one of the reviewers, release a range out through Zebra? There was Mark EVL. They did a range and they gave me a couple of bottles at Expo, and one of them was mango and the other one was a cherry. And I forgot about it. It was at the bottom of the box. And I just found it one day and put a nick shot in it, and I tried it and I really enjoyed it. Did you notice the Ash? That Ash has sold his shop? Oh, yeah, he is, yeah. He sold it to the guy that owns Kelly's. And then it was closed for a month while they did it up. It's a real smart shop. I like that bloke from Kelly's. He's a nice bloke. Asian guy. He's a really nice guy. Actually, still got the cleaners, dry cleaners next door. But you don't see him like you used to. His missus usually works in there. Yeah, Candy's a nice bloke. I say it's him that's bought it. He's really got stuck in with it. I know. Caddy's cabin is now open. I think it's from either 5 or 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. He's got staff on it all the time, and then he's in there himself as well. And it does some rat deals on booze, and you get 4 cans of special brew for a tenner, and it's about £3 a can anywhere else. So it makes a difference. If you have popped in, just hit the like button if you've liked it, and if you haven't, I don't know why. It helps us get up the logarithm. You know, somebody as famous as Craig D. I only popped in for a minute. I don't know if Craig's still there. I only popped in for Benny's show for a minute last night, and I thought I'll send him a super chat, and I put Craig got to get a real job. Oh, you've been back here. I bet you missed the place, don't you? I did a model building stream yesterday, and it didn't go very well. Not many people watched that, so that might get the sack as well. I might do it as a recording next time, and then streamline it a bit and just do it like that. I think it's had 26 views, and that's not much for an hour's work, is it? Then I got mad with it and took it all to bits, so I've got to put it all back together again before I start again. I bet it's a bit quiet in them villages, Faxi. I used to work at, I'll not say where you live. We'll have that conversation another day, but I've worked out there. Don't be sending money. Thank you very much, Dave Lloyd, you absolute star. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Mick, I have that mod. Died under a house fire. I don't know, you've lost me. I have that mod. Well, it died in a house fire. The armour mod. I don't know if it's waterproof. I think it's a cracking mod, to be honest, because I've got hands like shovels and it just fits in there a treat. Miss bumping into me on the rank. Yeah, I still see. I pop in and see Vinny. I don't. We're a bit tied up with other things at the minute, so I don't go and get down there for as long as I used to. But I do pop down and have a word with him, see how he is. It's surprising. I normally have a week off in January, but obviously with what's going on, I ain't done it. But it surprised me how busy it is by being here. So it might be a thing where I don't go away in January anymore. Pick another month where it's quiet. Stick another week on somewhere else. That's really kind of you, that, Dave. Thank you very much. Obviously, you don't need to give us anything. I'm always doing it, though. I watch Country Van Life TV, and I was popping and giving him a couple of quid on a Sunday. Just helps him up because he's actually living off a pension. So, and he's like living in a camper van off grid. It's an interesting channel if you've not seen it, Country Van Life TV. Good night, Simon. Thanks for popping in, mate. If you haven't hit like, then the ghosties will get you. I shan't be long myself. I'm tired today. It's been a long one. A bit of a sort of drawn out day today. It's been reasonably busy though. So trouble is around here, they're putting a new roundabout in the bottom of one of the hills. So every time you pick up from here to go down there, you've got to go all the way around there to come back. And it's just a waste of time. It means that you can't get on with your day. So just to make it more interesting tonight, they shut an extra road off as well. That's the only thing with that. That eye tank, sometimes you get a whistle. That coil in there, they've all got the same coloured ring around the bottom. and some of them are a 0.15, and some of them are a 0.4. And you can't, unless I've got my proper glasses on, I can't actually see what they are. So that's why that's at 55 watts. And if you put the other ones in, it comes straight up to about 90. God of War, Ragnarok, is calling me. Whatever that is, you get on well together. Presume it's a game, isn't it? I bought the bloody Game Pass for my computer, and I need to cancel it because I've played it for about 2 days and I must have spent 50 quid since then, and never even switched it on. I used to love the old SNES thing, and we had that for a couple of years till it packed up, and that's about where I run out of interest with gaming. It just seems to be a waste of time to me. You don't create anything while you're doing it. I suppose if I was on holiday or off sick or something, it'd be worth doing. How long have we been on? It doesn't tell you, does it? We've been on 3/4 of an hour. Can't see where. 27 minutes. We've been on half an hour. Time still flies. You said you got the SNES bits. No, it packed up. We took it away years ago. The original SNES. Apparently, you can buy them though. You can buy the reconditioned ones and stuff like that. We wouldn't even have the games now. I think we probably only had about 4 or 5 games for it. But I used to love that. I would come in from work and sit there in my work clothes on the floor because I wouldn't sit on the furniture. And the next thing, it'd be bedtime, and I into the shower. I was like that with it. It was quite addictive. But when I finally killed the dinosaur thing, or rhinoceros or whatever it was at the end of it, that's it. I lost interest, and then it packed up soon after. So you still got yours from childhood, yeah? Well, it'd have been 90. What was it, about 92 when they came out? 92, something like that. Because I got made redundant and I spent some of the redundancy money buying it. I think it was about 180 quid or something, so I bought that. Thought I might as well have something to show for it. And then I went back to work for the same company in 92, yeah. Yeah, it would have been, yeah, because I say I was it must have been 93 when I went self-employed then. It was 93 when I went self-employed the first time. And failed miserably, so I went back to work again. Went back to work for the same company as I'd worked for before again. And then in 96, I went proper self-employed, and I've been self-employed ever since. Yeah, well, I would only have been 23 when that came out, I presume. 66. 26, maybe, something like that. And I was 30 in 1996. So I'd have been 26 when 26, bloody hell. Young and thin, I used to have loads of hair. Used to go to the hairdressers and have my hair cut. Not anymore. You can see I've got a bit of grey going on there, look. You can actually see I've got hair. Lou's is growing back. She's going for radiotherapy next, so it's all going to fall out again. Poor little bugger. She's got more than me at the minute. 18 in 98. I was 18 in 84. Because that's the year I got married. 10th of November 84. And so it was 40 years this year. 40 years in November. It is clear when you get loads of light on that camera, isn't it? The only thing is, it doesn't pop. I don't know if the autofocus is turned on, but it doesn't pop like that stream cam does. See if I can get it to do it. Well, thanks for your help. No, I bet it's not turned on. Yeah, no. 2 years older than you, is that all? I'm not saying anything. About 10 stone heavier. I sat on the settee last night looking at my phone, and I just took a photo. It looked like two of me sat there. But I had a bit of curry, so I was a bit blown up. But Christ, you just don't realise, do you, sometimes? You soon put the weight on. Yeah, it just passed too fast. When you're younger, you always want to be older. And then you just realise sometimes you think, well, I'm 50, 58 this year. 20 years' time, I'd be 78. My chances of the amount I've drunk over my life and smoked and not really looked after myself, the chances of me getting 20 years older are pretty bloody slim. And you think, oh, I don't know, would you have done anything different? I think you learn by your mistakes, don't you? Hindsight is a marvellous thing. Yeah, catch you later, mate. Nice to see you. I'm not stopping too long. I just thought I'd pop on and see if anybody was about. And I'm quite surprised how many people's come in. There must be a lot of people with insomnia. So plans, what have I got? I've got 36 e-liquids, what they came over from Australia. I could do a review on some of them to go on the channel. There's another 4 that's just come through, and I think the fluid range is coming next week maybe to do that. So there's no Vape, they stopped sending stuff out, and Dispergo have now ended their relationships with promoters, so there'll not be any giveaways on the channel. So, but which we perfectly respect, and which, I mean, they were giving a lot of stuff away, and you've sometimes got to look at what you get back in it. And the vaping industry has changed a lot over the last 4 years, so I fully understand them doing it and support what they've done. But say that, and then obviously my coil builder packed in, so that's the end of that one. I actually bought some from Coils by Scott, and they come in a lovely box with an handwritten note, and I think that's really sweet. And they look really nice coils, because I was running out of the mouth to lung ones. I've still got plenty of Aliens and Claptons and stuff like that, but I was running out of the mouth to lung ones, so I had to buy a couple of them. And I've also ordered some from CC Coils, so I can see which ones are the best and then carry on with them. But up to now, them Scots look very much as good as those of John's, but I haven't looked at the CC Coils yet, so I don't know. But 5 hours behind, yeah, that's what they are, yeah. That's about the same as Florida, isn't it? Florida 6. I've been to Florida quite a few times, and Chicago and places like that, but I've never been to Canada. And I watched a thing about Canada, and it's those beautiful pine trees and stuff like that sticking up down the side of them roads. It looks like an interesting place to drive if you don't get killed by a grizzly bear. The thing you've got to watch out for is we went to Vegas, and about, you'd be like, it'd be 8 o'clock at night. I come in and had a few beers, but I said to my wife, I'm just going to ring my dad. She said, you better not. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a good job I didn't. You're in the future, buy some Canadian lottery tickets. There's quite a few people emigrated over from here about 10, 15 years ago. A friend of mine, he went over there and he started a trucking business. And he's still there and he's still settled. He spends a lot of his time in the US in his lorry. And his wife stays at home in the freezing cold. So I'm not sure she got the same sort of deal, but they love it. They're really enjoying it. And there's quite a few lorry drivers went across. I don't think they're looking for any cab drivers, so I'll not be going. Was on about that with that guy from New Zealand the other night. Go on, tell us what the winning lottery numbers are. We'll buy them. That'd be a dream, wouldn't it? Just retire. So that's it. We're done. Put the money in the bank and get on with the rest of your life. You wouldn't be able to do it now. I mean, I probably would at our age group, but if you were 21 years old, you'd need to win a lot more than $1 million. Well, that's the problem, Dave, isn't it? That's what. I went to Chicago at this time of year, and it was -20 then. Eddie B, good evening, good morning. Toronto is a lovely city, best seen in the autumn. There you go. I enjoyed Florida. It's very, very warm. It's a bit difficult to go for a walk because it is too warm. It's very, very warm. I've been in June, September. I've been 4 times to Florida, I think. We went to, my daughter actually got married in Vegas, so we went there in April. Sadly, the memories lasted longer than the marriage, but that was a good experience. But I'm not sure I'd want to go back every year. It was just nice to go and have a look. Just to say you'd been. Nice to watch Ferraris going up now. I won't be able to afford to go there now, to be honest. With the exchange rate we've got over here against the dollar, it would be very, very expensive to go to Vegas now. And the prices have gone sky high, haven't they? With $10 for a shot of vodka and shit like that. It's like 8-9 quid. It's ridiculous. When we used to get nearly $2 to the pound, it was very favourable. We found out you've seen me walking at Expo. I've got no arches in my feet. That's why I wobble about. Especially when I've had about 10 pints of that lager. I have a question. With coils coming in various guises, like Clapton, Alien, Staple, Ladder, etc., for direct to lung, is the simpler coils better or worse? We're on about the ones I bought, are mouth to lung. And mouth to lung Aliens work perfect. I don't think Claptons are as fiery. So if you're putting them if you were getting normal Claptons and putting them in an RTA, they're about a 0.14 or something like that. So they're not quite as fiery. They're perfect for an RTA. Gives it a chance to wick. But I'm not sure about, I don't do a lot of staples and ladders and all that sort of thing, so I'm not really sure. You'd have to, I don't know who to ask about that, really. One of the bigger ones. I've only ever used Aliens and Claptons, and I think I got some, what did he send ones? John sent some staples, but I like them to warm up real quick, and the more metal you've got, the slower they warm up, but the hotter they get when they do warm up. But I just want, I want them to warm up straight away, especially on a mech. But I think Aliens are worse. They're not as easy to make as what Claptons are. So most people get to Clapton level and then stay at that. So there you go. Buy Lumi braids from VSO Flavors. I've absolutely no idea what they are, but Dave swears by them. But it depends people like, massive builds and that, and depends what sort of vape you're looking for. If you're looking for one that tears the back of your head out, then, but you have to keep, purging it to make sure it gets warm enough to vape. But if you've got a set of 0.1 Aliens in a mech, in a 21700 mech with a Samsung 30T in there, there's no better vape. It's lovely. It ramps up pretty quick, and the flavour that comes off is lovely. But so for RTAs, I always just put 0.14 Claptons in there, and then it doesn't dry it doesn't burn the cotton, and you get a really good flavoursome vape off that. It'd be worth looking into them Lumi braids. I know Dave says about them. I don't even know what they are, but I'm sure he'll tell me next time I speak to him, because I'm going to get him to show me. So, anyway, I better bugger off, because we've been here 40 minutes, and it's a long time. Well, it's a fair time, isn't it, really? We've had a few people in, had a bit of a chat. Thanks very much for your super chat, Dave. If you could all hit the thumbs up on the way out. Strangely, I find pre-built coils give me better flavours than building my own coils. But if they're pre-built, somebody built them. So that's all I can tell you. I've never got onto building my own coils. I mean, I've made round wire builds, and they're quite easy to make, and quite easy to make them really nice if you just use a normal, build kit. But I've never got into winding wire. I wouldn't mind, because I mean, just imagine that if you can make your own juice and wind your own coils, you've cracked it, haven't you? You've got a you can do it all. You're always going to be self-sufficient. If you've got a bit of wire and some nicotine, you're always going to have stock coils. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're coming over the years, aren't they? Hello, Scuba. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I think that's why a lot of people don't use mechs and don't buy premium coils anymore, because stock coils have come on that much over the years. I mean, I remember I always go back to the TVF V4, which was the first sub-ohm tank I bought in 2016, maybe 2017. I don't know. I think it was 2016 though. And if you tried one of them now, it's just like vaping cardboard. But you imagine in them days you were getting loads of flavour out of it. But Scuba's man, he builds coils. He knows exactly what he's all about. But now you get these, like in this eye tank, I can't think what coils are in it. Are they eye coils, I'm presuming? And at 55 watts, it's flavour for days. That's lovely. Whether you get be interested to try it next to a mech. I don't think I've tried that juice in a mech, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to nip off. So we've got up to 45 minutes. If you don't watch it, I'll be here. The other night, I kept saying, I'm going to be off in a minute. And I kept having another whiskey and another whiskey and another whiskey. And I ended up being an hour and a half, I think it was. And it was nearly 5 o'clock in the morning when I went to bed, which didn't really work out. So anyway, on this, I haven't got any intros or outros, so I'm just going to disappear really quick. And we'll catch you on Monday, probably. That's unless I get another video up tomorrow. You never know. Catch you soon, everybody. Thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll catch you all later. Bye-bye. End stream.